Right everyone, and welcome to my Chromed McLaren livery. Yes, it's finally here on F123. You guys voted mostly to view this livery over the stealth livery that they're currently using. It's back again this weekend as well. That livery will be coming to this channel in the future at some point. Now it's obviously there is limitations with modding and the fact it's the McLaren Sashi compared to the FOM car, so I can't change a lot of stuff like the stuff on the carbon fiber. So I've done a few changes, and one of those changes does include the chrome logo on the rear wing to sort of half match it as a real life. I'll talk about that later in the video. But firstly, we are here for today's race at Silverstone. Race strategy, I think, is going to be a one-stop from soft to medium. The game has put as P9, and I did have a look at medium to soft, but that seems to be a little bit slower, so we'll go soft to medium as well as we get ready then with vibrant lights for the British Grand Prix. And after a little hold, away we go. It's a horrible start there for Alonso. He's going to lose out to the McLaren, going down the middle of both the Red Bull and the Mercedes, and we made it work, ladies and gentlemen. Can we have a look at Stroll and Piastri? No, we can't quite there. We would have to sit behind them for now. So the two Mercedes behind us are going to just carry on squabbling. Are they going to go side by side through Cops as well? Yeah, they're still side by side through Cops as well. Basically, who will come out on top? Will it be Hamilton or Russell? There's a bit of tyre banging going on between them as they go now through Maggots and Beckett's, and it's the long road down to the straight. Meanwhile, we're looking at Lance Stroll while those two Mercedes fight, and we're trying to get around the outside of Stroll. They give Stroll some space to turn the inside of the next corner. Under braking, thank you very much, and it's a textbook Silverstone move, of course. Just note on the rear wing, it is not blue. You will notice that. It's some reason it looks a bit blue. I think that's just the reflection with the chrome, as well as the two Ferraris now are also having a little bit of a battle. That's sort of allowing Perez at the front to move away, and Verstappen is now mincing Lance Stroll. I mean, Stroll's thinking about playing tennis and not actually racing, so I mean, it's not surprising that he's in an easy overtake around the outside of Brookfield. As that is Kevin Magnussen way down the order, and he has had a Spinala. So yeah, came back not doing well in either of the two later videos, really, as we're now looking at our teammate down the inside. Is he going to give us the room? Yes, he will. I'm up to P4 as well. We're having a good start, as that's I think that's one of the Ferraris, and that's Perez. So Sainz and Perez battling at the front. Hopefully we can try and catch up to them, but now we're going to look down the inside of Leclerc. Leclerc doesn't want to get this up. He should need to get this up, otherwise we can get this back, and we're just going to out-traction him. Notice also the reflection on the halo, the inner bit where the OKX logo is, and I've also reflected that. Oh, come on, Charles, don't come back at me. It means I've got to defend you. You should be focusing on your teammate. We're through, thank goodness. But we're going to lose DRS, and yes, you guessed it. It's time to look. Just look at this. This is ridiculous with DRS, and we've gone wide. I didn't want to go wide, but oh well. Now Piastri's having a go as we're going to defend the inside, but we've lost the position to Leclerc. Look at this from Piastri's on board, and actual fact, Hamilton and Verstappen, I think Verstappen made contact with Hamilton, and Verstappen is still ahead of Lewis. Now we're looking. It's our turn to have the DRS this time on Charles Leclerc, as we're just going to breeze past. There's just no defence, except if you're a Red Bull, that you can defend against them with unless you use a bit of ERS. At this point, lap 6, I'm just not going to bother You know, we're just going to do that. Although saying that, there's a gap at the inside. That gap closed. Yeah, that was a dodgy one, I'm not going to lie. Didn't want to go down the inside. Well, I wanted to go down the inside, but then the gap just closed. We actually lost the you know, a little bit of a drift there, but we're back up into P3, lap 7, and just look at this. There's just no answer with DRS. And Verstappen's gone ahead as well, and at this point I'm thinking, let's just pit. Let's just get out of this because we're losing so much time. It's a joke. Yeah, I think we can, if we have a good strategy in Perez and Sainz battle, then we could come out in the lead. I'm not joking with this strategy. The fronts as well starting to wear. Unusually, it's usually the rears for me. I'm guessing that's just the setup here at Silverstone I've got that is causing the fronts to wear. 2.3 second stop. That's very good. I'll take that. Better than the estimated stop time of either 2.4 seconds or 2.4 seconds. There's Magnussen, who's fresh out of his Spinala and is cruising around the back as well. And then of course we've got Ricciardo and Tsunoda. Unfortunately, it looks like Liam Lawson's going to miss out on a race seat next year, which is such a shame for him. There is Carlos Sainz. Can we get round the outside of Carlos to the inside, and that will be effective P2. Something must have happened between Perez and Sainz because there's a 3-second gap between them now. Russell on hards. Yeah, and I'm thinking that the Ferrari may have a bit of an issue because down here he's not. You know, we are going to close the door on him and try and force him out and try and run away. But as we move, there's a comfortable gap. As we move to lap 10. As Verstappen's come out behind on hard tyres, so yeah, I think we're in a good position. We keep Sainz behind, and that is Kevin Magnussen. And just like in Suzuka in yesterday's video, he is also at the race in this one as well. So it's not came back not having a good time of it as well. Lap 11 though, Russell and Verstappen have both got in front of Sainz, and just look at this. This is horrific as well. Yeah, we're just going to ignore the yellow flags because everyone does. And we're going to get Russell here. Can we have a look at Verstappen? That was a dive bomb and a half. Yeah, definitely a dive bomb there. Again, this is some erratic driving, but this is what you need. This is how you defend, ladies and gentlemen. I hope F1 drivers are watching. This is how you defend Max Verstappen, by getting the dirty driving. Is how you do it. Technically it is clean driving, and we're going to let him go here in cops so we can have DRS. Well, no, we're not. We're actually going to try and force him into the path of Russell there to keep DRS for him to keep. But this time we are going to let him through cops on lap 13 because Verstappen with DRS is just so strong. I feel I can defend a few of the others. The McLaren's got good aero and straight line speed in game as well. Hamilton's on the move, getting in front of both Ferraris, so that really is a bad thing. Piastri's also fallen on a bit, but look at this. I'm going to use ERS, and even with the ERS and the DRS, that's still not enough to almost get in front of Verstappen. Just again, track extend there. We'll retain P2. Russell in front. We'll take Russell over Verstappen, but Russell has a go down that other DRS straight towards Brooklands, and we're able to, well, defend really as we go on to the old fast start-finish straight. But Verstappen is the one now in front. Sainz is now trying to get involved as well, so they're all battling behind. Sainz around the outside of Russell, and the Ferraris on Sainz has recovered up to P4. He was down in P6 at one stage. It's looked like it's going to be a two-horse race between myself and Max Verstappen for P2. Can we get Lando P2 like he did in real life? You can see the train we're all causing. It's all the way back, you know, way outside the top 10 as well. Now we're getting DRS on Verstappen, and this one's a bit more comfortable as we're able to move the inside. Verstappen again tries to go around the outside but unable, has to yield the position, retain P2 for now. But we've got a couple of laps left. P2, can we hold on? He has a look around the outside of Coxman, not allowing that. There's a bit of contact. Sainz is now the one in front. Here's a replay on board with Verstappen, and there is a bit of contact between myself and Max Verstappen, and Sainz just follows me through. I would want to have Sainz there, but alas, he gets overtaken by both Russell and Verstappen as well. Ferrari not having a very good, I think he's got damage, which is why I think, and then Verstappen violently closing in on George Russell to keep him stopping, overtake him, as well as we go running outside. Can we get Verstappen here? Yes, we can. Now defend the inside. Come on, we've only got to hold on the rest of this lap for P2. And we let Verstappen through to get the DRS. Down the inside. Can we make it move? No, Verstappen cuts in front. So all this needs is a dive bomb at the penultimate corner. Perez has won the race. We're going to have a dive down the inside. Can we get P2? Yes, we can. Up to P2. And Russell's going to force Verstappen off the podium as well. Across the line. For P2, that was very hard to fight for. You know, Verstappen just kept coming and coming and coming, and in the end he huffed and he huffed and he couldn't get past. As in the end, P2 for us from 9th grid. I'll take that. Russell gets 3rd as well. Piastri not really happy, and Sainz, those two will be disappointed with 7th and 10th. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it today's video. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, new to the channel. See plenty more F123 fantasy livery videos as and when they come out. Let me know if you've got any requests in the comments below. Next one, as I said, yesterday's video might not be out next week due to all the new patches. So until the next video, then I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.